fucking tight.
I always.
Are you recording?
I don't know why I do this. I'm disgusting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but did you get me scolding you? Okay, fucking sick. So, like, we're doing a pre-show. We're eating, and then we're going to go into our main show.
She put a full edamame in her mouth and kept chewing, and then had the audacity to call women who suffer from yeast infections dirty bitches. You
Damn, girl.
Listen, it's a medical condition. It's not a choice.
Have you been to Florida? You're from New York. How do you not? Well, you grew up in New York, so that you got that.
You live in dirt, bitch. What are you talking about?
That's why I'm immune to it.
I grew up in Florida,
You're
man.
immune to yeast infections. She's probably piled up down there. Has no idea.
What it is? She's just all pH balanced and shit because she lives at home and gets to eat good food.
That's true.
So you get to eat like we're all eating Wendy's and shit. We're all getting Wendy's in whatever fucking.
I'm not sticking fries up my coochie. That's not the problem.
I'm looking at the science, bitch. Here, I'm just like, what's the?
Well, you were talking about sticking honey up your coochie.
It's antimicrobial. That's why. No,
okay.
No. Somebody stuck coconut oil tampon up their coochie and said it helped or some shit. Paul knows.
That speaks to me.
But I feel like honey would be better because it has antimicrobial effects. But also, why are we doing that?
I heard you shouldn't be sticking anything.
Yeah, did your parents teach you that? Yeah. They're like, no tampons, no penises, no coconut oil.
You know for a fact that they see parents are not talking to their kids about anything.
They don't even know what a coochie is. They're like, coochie?
Especially
Is that a Teletubby?
At the layer of Islam.
Damn.
No one knows how children are born.
No, there's no way to
get
know.
Your period, and it's like, I was more upset because, like, the pads were uncomfortable.
I remember when I got my period, my mom was mad at me for some reason. I was just like...
She was mad that you grew up?
Yeah. I was just like, hello, help me. And it was in Bangladesh when I got my period, too.
It was where?
I was in Bangladesh.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we're not super removed from a culture where, like, women get punished for being raped.
That's true.
Acid, but, and, you know, like, it's...
Yeah.
And, like, honor killings and stuff. So, like, it makes sense. Like, oh, now you're a woman? You're dirty. That's real, though.
How dare you let a natural thing happen to you?
We should, like... I think we're in the show now. We should, like, ease in. I love how I narrate what we...
Yeah, bitch, you're ruining the flow.
No, not as funny.
The natural flow.
I'm just a real-ass bitch, you know? I'm just a real-ass bitch.
I'm just blaming you for your flow. That's
You're just blaming me because it's unpredictable and you're a scientist and...
No, I was making a period joke, but you made it real.
I'm a real-ass bitch.
I'm bad at puns.
Oh yeah, we did. Did we have a conversation about how you hated puns?
I think we did.
Like this was like a thing. I don't remember.
I thought it was clever wordplay, but okay.
It was clever wordplay.
It's fine.
I think I hate it because I'm not.
Can you
good
say
at
who
it.
you are and identify as a pun hater? Introduce yourself, bitch.
Hello, my name is Zubi Ahmed, and I hate puns.
Hi, Zubi.
I don't like this.
Everybody say hi.
Welcome. First meeting.
It is.
You
want
a chip?
Want
an edamame?
Sometimes the back of open mics feels like that. You're just like, you make eye contact with someone else who hates those jokes. So you're in town.
I am. Last day
from New York.
Yep.
So that's I was gonna confuse the listeners by saying I'm Pallavi, but I'm not gonna do that. But I did. No, I'm Fizza. This is Fizza. I'm Fizza. This is Fizza.
Okay.
I'm Pallavi. And Zara is, we don't know if she's on her way.
Yeah, I think Zara might be in Jersey. So I don't know if she's gonna make it, but we're doing like a two-parter, so she might make it.
We'll see. Yeah, how long is her flight from Jersey?
It doesn't matter. Once she lands in LAX, she's gonna be there for like 5 hours, right?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. The day I got in was the day they started that.
The
shuttle to the lift and.
Well, I take the flyaway because I'm cheap as hell.
What is that?
It's a direct shuttle to 4 different places. One of which is Union Station, so I just go straight to Union Station because my apartment's near there. But yeah, it's like that's where it's nice because they moved the flyaway closer to the curb because now there's no Uber Lyft. So now it's better for me and worse for everybody else.
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't. I was about to like take a bus, but I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
Yeah, that's rough. We were talking about that because you live in New York. You're a comedian, and you go all over the place. And is this your how long? Is this can't be your first time in LA?
Oh yeah, it is my first.
What
time in LA.
ever?
Yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah.
welcome, bitch.
I mean, my parents told me that they took me once when I was like 15 months old. I was like, I don't fucking remember that.
Yeah, travel with your kids doesn't count until they have memories. I don't know what parents will always be like. We took you to Disneyland, and you were like, I was 2 months old. They're like,
we went to Disneyland with a bundle.
We took a picture of the picture in the roller coaster, and you're like, I had no neck mobility. You should not have been doing that.
Oh man,
That's
yeah,
wild.
This is my first time in LA, and it's been interesting.
It's
Very
like a big
interesting.
thing. 'Cause you had a whole film come out.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
a web
yeah.
series. Yeah. It was part of the South Asian Film Festival of America, presented by Product of Culture, who we also work with for Kutti Gang,
Which is your comedy show.
Yes.
And Osama is in your web series.
He is. He
was previously on an episode. I don't remember the number, but it's in there.
Yep.
He was on an episode of Facial Recognition, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. That's dope. What is your web series about?
The web series is about a guy and a gay ghost. That's just how I pitch it.
Fuck yeah.
What? This is. I immediately thought about how Kesha said she slept with a ghost. She claims to have slept with a ghost.
Was it consensual?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that one was consensual. Unfortunately, Dr. Luke was not. Fuck that guy.
Oh God, yeah. Fuck
Yep.
him.
Is he? Are they like still?
I think
bound?
she's still under contract. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
She lost the appeal or something.
Oh, that was.
That's heartbreaking, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
It's awful. Well, the gay ghost.
Yes.
Let's get back to that.
Guy and a gay ghost. So basically, Osama plays a teacher who's like trying to propose to his girlfriend and stuff like that, and this ghost kind of just like shows up and fucks up his life, and like wants his help to cross over to the other side because she's like roaming the earth, like all, you know.
Do you play the gay ghost?
I don't.
Who does?
This really talented girl. Her name is Sibel Damar. She's based in New York, and she's great. She's done a great job.
And so you wrote this, or you wrote it in collaboration with somebody?
I wrote it. Yeah.
You wrote it?
Yeah.
So what? Like, is this real life experience or?
Yes, actually, you're speaking to a ghost right now.
I don't believe you.
You're actually having sex with the ghost right now.
Damn, I'm so dead inside. I feel nothing, even when someone who's actually dead is inside me.
Well, it's good to get current, you know. It's good to know where we are. Are you like dating?
No, I went on that one date. That guy, I didn't. It was red flags, but also the thing that really turned me off was when he was like, he texted me, he was like, maybe I should do stand up about how miserable I am. And then I just never responded because I didn't know how to respond. Literally, on our date, he was like, what's the most annoying thing that people ask you when they know that you do stand up? And I was like, giving me advice or saying they want to do it.
Yeah.
I know.
And
every
then he
time
did
someone says it, I
that.
dry up so much. Even if it's like a platonic thing, I dry up. I'm like, like on the West Coast. I don't need to be this dry. Like I start cracking, get eczema. I need Pallavi to open all my drinks for me.
Yeah, it's just like the worst part was like he asked me and I told him that, and then like
That's
a week later he said
50%
that.
of people who date us.
It's like probably more.
Not
like,
yeah. You know what? Because who else would date us?
Yeah.
Who except people who really like? Because no one sane would want to be.
I just
with,
want someone I can stalk on the internet, but does not have social media or doesn't care about it and doesn't
Right.
give a shit about entertainment.
yeah.
I want
Yes.
someone like that.
You need a finance guy.
This was a lawyer, dude.
Oh,
This was
lawyers?
a lawyer.
Oh damn.
So he was like, he was adjacent to the entertainment industry because he was like a lawyer in entertainment, but he wasn't.
Doctor. You gotta get a doctor.
What are you, my mom?
My mom.
The fuck?
She's getting brainwashed.
I'm just saying
That's what happens
trap
when you.
one. I'm not saying become one. Like,
Yeah, no,
I
you're
like
right.
how you're
You're
saying.
right. You're right.
Remember that clip of like Cher and saying that like her mom always wanted her to marry a rich
Right,
man, and
right,
she
right.
was like, "I am a rich man, mom." You're
Yeah.
saying the opposite. You're going backwards. You're time traveling.
I didn't say I was woke. No, I don't know.
I'm not mad.
So you live with your parents?
I do. I live with my parents.
Where?
In East New York, Brooklyn.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. I don't know why that took me so long.
Older, younger? I met your sister.
You did?
I follow her on Twitter.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We retweeted some tweet of hers so she would get a bunch of likes.
You're in the middle?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And you're at home.
Yeah.
Are all y'all at home?
No, my sister's in college right now.
Wait,
Okay.
what's your sister's Twitter? We're going to plug her right now. We're going to make her Twitter pop. What's her Twitter? I forget.
I think it's Myra or something.
Is it, how do you spell that?
She doesn't even, so Mayra. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Enigmyra. Enigmayra. Follow that bitch.
Go follow my sister.
Go
y'all.
follow. Me and Osama and Zubi are the only ones. There's like 5 other people following her. Great. Oh, shit. I hope it blows. Don't tell her. And then I hope it blows up.
She's gonna be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Enigmyra. Mayra. Okay, great.
I haven't met her, but she sounds like
She's a sweetie.
she sounds
dope.
puzzling.
She's
Yeah.
she's dope, yeah. She's.
Well, now she has 9 now that Paul followed her.
You too, Paul.
Okay, so she's your little sister, and then you have 2 brothers in between you two, or?
No. I have 1 brother who's like 2 years younger than me, and then another brother who's 15 years younger than me, who's the last one. So yeah,
The runt of the litter.
yeah.
Is that what you
Came
call
out
the little
late.
one? Is that what I was? Because I was second. Aww.
Are you the baby of your family?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
okay.
the baby.
The runt of the litter.
What about you?
She's the oldest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle being the oldest. I feel.
Did you like raise your siblings?
Yeah, basically.
It's
How do
a
your parents feel
lot.
when you say that?
They don't fight it.
They're like, you'll have this argument by yourself as well. We are too tired.
Man, I was trying to smash on my 18th birthday, and my parents made me babysit my sister.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, little siblings can be a cock block. I know because I
Yeah.
was one.
Yeah, I bet.
For sure. For sure. But I'm also when I got older, I knew how to like text women for my brother.
yeah.
I knew how to talk to women and like smooth shit over.
That's that's good.
Yeah.
So you were able to like, because what's the age difference?
He's 4 years older.
So you guys are kind like not
Too far, yeah.
It's like relatable. We're in high
Yeah.
school together at one point.
Well,
Yeah.
he and I weren't because he was like 5 years ahead in school
Oh,
because they put him
5
in
years.
early. Yeah. So like in high school and college, we were probably like when he was in high school and in college, we were probably like more different than any other time in our life. And then once I got to college, we started like reconnecting.
Did you skip a grade at any point?
No, he did, but I went into like advanced programs.
Okay.
But my
were you in
parents-
Ivy also?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
AP IB and like advanced learning when I was a kid.
I mean, I did IB program in public school in Florida. So
I did
like,
IB
you know,
program
that
in
was-
public school in Utah.
I don't know much about Utah, so I can't speak on that. But like, I got a D in Spanish once, and I still had a 5 point something GPA.
Holy
Like that's the GPA on a 4 point scale. Why do I have a weighted GPA of 5 point something? And I ended up, I didn't even know I got a D. I think I forgot to. It was like I already got into college, and I forgot to turn something in, and
Yo.
like, this bitch actually counted it as
Isn't
a
that
0.
amazing? Like once you already got into college and you were like, fuck everything.
That's when I almost got arrested because I was
because
the
you
speed.
yeah.
Car speed chase. He's like, aren't you concerned about getting into college? And I just had like this smug look. I was like,
I already got it.
We just started playing Smash Brothers in every class, so we were doing high speed chases
Oh,
too,
man.
like visual
I was
video. games.
she's
napping.
a young millennial.
I was napping in every class. That's all I did. I was just like, okay. Or I just didn't show up. That was it.
Our teachers just
my
let us
God.
play because they were all IB teachers, and they were like, "You guys are all into like Princeton and Caltech and shit. Fuck it,"
Yeah.
and we just let us play.
Did you guys have, what were some of the classes that you had? Did you have like a critical thinking class?
We had
or-
theory of knowledge.
Yeah, TOK.
Yeah.
Okay, we did not have that.
Well, that was part of the IB program. Did you?
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry
no,
for
I
that
didn't do
cackle,
IB.
but, like, this
So
is, like,
IB,
such a
IB is like
flashback.
all these. It was intended for military brats initially to give them some kind of consistency when they change
Okay.
schools. So it's
Okay.
all these tests in these different subjects, but then you also have to do like volunteer hours and write an essay and like theory of knowledge, some like other random shit. And theory of knowledge, like our class ended up being run by this like awful dude. He was always like, he said shit like, I mean, I'm avant-garde, and right now you are kitsch. Like that was like the attitude.
What
and
does
then
that mean?
and then he 100% slept with this girl from our high school, but only claimed to be with her after she turned 18 and broke up his family, and he had like 7 kids.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was disgusting. And then after that, we found out there were all these pedophiles in our high school. There were like 3 more after I graduated.
Was she
You were
one
not
of
the
the
first person I heard
kids?
this
She
from.
no,
She wasn't one of
she wasn't one of his kids. She was a kid in his class like the year before.
Oh.
It was wild. Yeah. So that class was like I got to watch some cool movies, but he was bullshit.
You know, like our principal was married to someone who was a student, but like this was years ago. So he was a teacher at our high school when this woman was a student, and then I think they ended up getting married and having kids. But like, I don't know, I don't know what the overlap was.
Yeah.
Wait,
You know.
he got married to her while she was in school, or like after she graduated?
She must
from
have
school?
graduated. I don't know. I feel like I'd
Okay.
remember
it still
that detail.
feels so weird if it happens like right after. Like for sure, like this teacher, my teacher was like definitely fucking her when we were in high school. Everybody like
Yeah.
knew, but like they didn't claim it until after.
I mean, I have no idea. I'm just thinking, like, so if it was a different era, like, I factored that in as so,
Yeah.
like, okay, it would be less shocking,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Because, like, guys are always historically just
so gross.
snatching up.
Yeah.
Well, I was
kids.
thinking that, and now I'm
Power.
just like, well, maybe I'll be snatching up these little Calvin Klein models, snatch.
Fizza, you are not a pedophile. But
No, they're not the underage ones.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
These
that's-
kids are in high school. It's a pedophile thing. If they're in high school.
Yeah, no. Well,
You're
but
not
they're
gonna
18
be-
now.
Oh, but
What's the age of consent?
I know people who have
In
that
each
memorized
state?
across states, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you bitches are pedophiles.
Is it 18 or 21?
Honey, drinking, voting,
Drinking is.
sweetie.
She lives in a good Bangladeshi. Is it Bengali or Bangladeshi?
I say Bangladeshi.
Bangladeshi, yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're like,
Deshi household.
because if you're like from Bangladesh, then Bangladeshi, right?
Yeah,
And like, there's Bengalis who are Bengali, but like not from Bangladesh. So
yeah.
yeah.
My sister is like, I always get like freaked out when my family reaches out. For some reason, I always like expect the worst. And I think it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, I don't know. I sort of take it as like, oh, maybe like I actually miss them and want to connect with them for real. And like, I'm realizing like our mortality. So I'm just like,
I get that.
are they calling me with some like, I'm.
To give me some bad news or something?
It's
or,
just like I want like them to be so happy and live long lives, but I also like simultaneously can't stand them.
right, yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
Space.
yeah, man.
How do you live? Do you live with all your siblings right now?
No, just my 2 brothers and my mom and dad. But my sister is in
She's in college.
college. Yeah.
Enigmyra. Okay, so
I
then
feel like people ask me, and I'm just like, like once I moved back home from college, I wanted to move out so badly, but like with like the finances and stuff just never worked out.
It makes so much sense to do that. My sister saved so much money.
yeah, you save a fuck ton. If you can handle it
You don't
emotionally,
save any-
She
anything.
paid. Oh, she paid dearly, but just
oh
not.
yeah, with like emotions,
Yeah.
like you're paying. I'm still paying. I feel like at this point, like I'm not moving out just because I have Stockholm syndrome. I'm just like, do I miss these people? I think I'm just a hostage.
do you have any independence, or are they like get in your room by like this time?
No. I have a lot more independence. Like they'll still like yell at me for showing up home late, but it's like, what are they gonna like?
They
Yeah.
know you do comedy though.
No, not really.
Oh wow.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Stand up steadily like 2 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah. So.
I'm just making sure the sound's okay. Yeah.
I'm on it.
All
And
right.
then
My bad, Paul.
I also retweeted her sister's tweet.
hey,
Shit.
she got a retweet. And then other forms of comedy.
I started with sketch writing
Mm-hmm.
at UCB, and then improv, which I never thought I would do improv, but then for some reason I started doing improv and got competitive, and I don't know why. I wasn't that great at improv. So
You got competitive.
I was just like, all right, well, if you guys are going to do 201, I'll do 201. Like, why did I do that?
Well, I mean, maybe it was like motivating. So that's good. Like you're using it to motivate you.
I mean, improv was good. I did learn to listen. Like, you know, that was the biggest thing I learned from improv. But
I thought it would be the space work because you're so good at it. Constantly, you're always like, I'm just fucking with you. You're like, what?
I was like, how many times have you seen me?
I met you twice. I just wanted to mess with you. Oh my goodness.
I believed you for a second. I was like, wow, I must be great.
The age of consent is 27.
We were talking about dick appointments.
Whoa.
We were, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do dick
Earlier.
appointments when you live at home?
That's a great question.
I'm really good at scoping out the people. So like if they're usually I like guys who
That's
have
so stressful, man. This reminds me of high school, living a double life.
right, but like you know I've become an expert at it, so it's like whatever.
Well, yeah, you're desensitized. This is your
Yeah,
new normal.
exactly.
You know, like you're in the fucking trenches right now, bitch. How are you doing it? Tell us your ways.
I feel like being in LA right now, I've had too much freedom, and I'm just like I don't know what to do with myself. So I was like, I'm just gonna eat like all day. Oh man,
That's wild.
Yeah, well, now it's like, okay, I have all this time. Like, what can I? How can I
right.
fill
I
it?
felt like with being at home, I grind harder because I'm just like I gotta get out of here, you know.
Yo, that's what I did in high school. I joined every fucking club, every extracurricular, because that's the only way I could get out.
Yeah.
Because my parents, like, they would always yell at senior year and junior year. Like, I barely hung out with people, especially senior year, because my mom just, like, would lose her shit if I, like, just about me. Planned events, she would just, like, freak out.
Right.
And so then I just, like found
you
a way.
Go?
No, they would like I was grounded a lot for talking back in like middle school and stuff, but even when I wasn't grounded, they like I would come home at the appropriate time and my mom would just like be awful to me because she like was reacting to me having any amount of pleasure outside of
Right.
the family or
Too
whatever.
much fun.
Yeah. No. Of
Bonding
kid.
with anyone, and then it's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's your joke of like they want us to have like all the full life, but don't practically like let us go and bond with people or like have relationships with people.
Yeah.
Right? It's just crazy. Like I would come home and I'd be like so happy, and then my mom would be there to just fucking deflate it, just take it all out of me.
And I think like maybe that's sort of, I don't know, like I've caught myself over the years like doing serious self-sabotage, and I think that's like a protective mechanism because it's like
Yeah.
don't get too happy, like because it's
Right.
not safe. Because when you get fucking like, you know, let's say you're having a great day and then like, you know, the people closest to you and the most fucking important to you are like, nope, you know, it's
Yeah.
like that shit's
Yeah.
fucking disruptive.
Yeah.
And I think I react very strongly when I'm like happy, and then people pull me down out of that like happiness, like riffing or like whatever. When
Yeah.
people like deflate me, I'm just like I think I react extra strong because I'm like, you're not my mom. Like, what are you doing?
That's funny.
That is really funny. Yeah.
Like
No, I
to
get
be
that.
I mean like honestly I think that's probably why I sort of played that role in my family, like the comedy role.
Yeah.
Was like, you know, because no one can yell at you too badly if they're laughing.
That happens in my
Yeah.
family. They yell at you if you're laughing.
That me too. We talk about this. We
Well,
actually talk about this, but like I used to get in trouble for like the dumbest
Joy.
shit. Yeah, for being joyful. Like just
Yeah, that's not
it's like you know,
allowed.
people don't like girls too loud or you know being.
I watched my cousin laugh in the backseat of the car, and my uncle like scream at her
Guys,
for
we're
being
so
too loud.
oppressed.
You said that sarcastic, but you mean it, right?
I do mean it. I do mean it.
It sounded
I think, you know what, I'm so desensitized to it. Like, you just get so used to, you know, being
Exactly.
disenfranchised that
Yeah.
you just get used to this big fucking weight. My sister just texted me back, is everything okay? She said, yeah. What?
Wait,
You...
she said yeah?
She just said yeah. Now I'm just like, well, why didn't she do an explanation point? Why isn't she being all chipper and
Oh, you
annoying?
reading into it?
Yeah.
You're like, give me that crazy laughing emoji with the tongue out.
yeah, give me something
Something.
stupid.
I can't read into this. You should
Yeah.
just send
What's your sister's name?
you should send a
Farrah.
Oh, okay.
you should send a voicemail that's like, do you hate me? Sometimes I'll just do that. I'll be like, why do you hate me? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool, bye.
No, I know she definitely doesn't hate me.
Why did you look at me like that?
Oh my god.
I get nervous when my mom doesn't call, like, after a while. I'm just like, oh god, am I in trouble?
Damn,
It's
that
like
is Stockholm
everything, yeah, everything, every single
trouble.
time. Like, if I'm having a good time, I'm just like, my parents know. They're gonna find out
That you're having a good
that I'm
time.
having a good time, and then they're gonna call and they're gonna yell at me.
Do
They
you
really
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm like, they really are our first like boyfriends or girlfriends. They're like
truly.
our first clingy fucking relationship.
They're like they're who we rebound off of for the rest of our life, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Until we like figure it out and stop rebounding. But I was gonna ask, like, are your parents on the internet? Do they see your social media and stuff?
They're on Facebook, so I don't use Facebook as much. But they also, I've blocked them, so like they don't.
You
don't
blocked
see
them.
it.
They're not like keen on fucking like getting your shit. My parents begged me to.
No, they don't really.
So they can't say too much because I'll like that's the thing is if they have
Yeah.
too much commentary
Yeah.
at this point, like I'm so fucking grown that it's like I have
Yeah.
to say something and it's not even like I don't have that as much like child parent fear as I used
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
which is still hard. Like I was like shitting my pants before the first time I performed in front of them.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
I probably
know
smelled like
how-
vodka in front of my Muslim family. And they just didn't say anything because they were like, you know what? This is on us.
Yeah.
This is on us. You know?
Sometimes my parents have said shit that is like about they it's about them, but it's so fucking insulting to me. Like
Yeah.
they'll say shit like, sometimes we just feel like, you know, we gave you book smarts, but we didn't give you street smarts. And I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, what are you like? How dare you? Why do you have to insult me on the way down?
Damn.
Dude, yeah, they'll say
Days.
like we
Do you
raised
get that phrase?
you like
The what?
this or whatever.
Days. That was the phrase my parents always used for like
Days? Oh, like
days.
fast.
yeah, like someone who's just sort of street smart.
Yeah.
My mom would always just be like, "Why can't I have days kids?" But it's like we weren't raised on the streets of Bombay. Like we were like we grew up like we had cell phones and shit.
Also, if you're the
You
ones
know,
like
how hard can we be?
Yeah.
But it's like also I don't think they're looking for that. I think they're looking for people that are like my parents were looking for people that were like good with people or like I don't know what they were trying to get. But if they ground you at home and lock you up, how
Yeah.
are you expected?
Well, tell your mom that my mom thinks you're very thazed.
Aww. Thanks,
give it-
Mama Dasani.
That's a big compliment from her. My
That's
dad's
nice.
like, "Why do you want your kids to be like sociopaths?" But like, no, I'm just joking. That's not what it means. But
Yeah.
like, it's just sort of like, it's sort of the that like
you got your shit.
got your
together,
shit
like, yeah.
together.
But they
Got
always
your
do that.
shit
They always
together.
compare you to like your friends. Like my parents always were like, we'd rather your friends drive. And I'm like, why? They're less responsible than me. Like, what?
They know less about them, so there's less fear.
Yeah, they give them
yeah.
more of a benefit of the doubt. It's
Dude,
wild.
I feel like I say this all the time. Bengali parents, I don't know about other like Desi parents, but Bengali parents believe in and support other kids' dreams more than they support their own kids' dreams. Like, have you seen J. Cole's landlord? His landlord was a Bengali man. And he like let him like not pay rent for a few months. Like if he was struggling or whatever, he was just like, I believe in you. I believe in your music. You're gonna be so big when you're famous and blah blah blah. So then he became famous and he became J. Cole. But like if it was his kid,
I know he's like kicking his kid out.
if it was his kid, he would be like, no, this is not
Because there's less of a gamble.
Yeah, but then like you're
Well,
also
I think
lower
he's
stakes.
emotionally invested he's more emotionally invested in his kid's security than this other
Yeah,
kid's
it's
security.
It's like, I'm fine if your friends are queer, but not you. You're
Yeah.
my kid.
Right.
Yeah.
and it's just like, I think I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but like their difficulty to let go of us as like individual people. It's like we're their
Yeah.
babies until like just forever.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just how
Yeah.
my dad
Which
said his
I
mom
get.
would just like be up when he was like coming home from from work, waiting for him.
Yeah.
Just in the dark, just waiting. My grandma'd
That's
be waiting
creepy
in the
as hell.
dark.
Do Daisy people know how fucking creepy they are? Right? They're like creepy stalkers.
Man, I was trying to get some booty, and my mom would always be calling me, and it was so hard. It was so hard. I'm like, shout out to you for living that life. It was hard.
Oh yeah, back to that.
I shared a room with my brother once
Oh damn.
because there was like some construction going on in the house. He was little at the time.
Did you ever
So
fuck
you-
at home? Like
Not really.
okay.
No.
I can't do that.
No,
can bring
that's
things up.
risky business.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
Do
was
you, like-
scared little bitch back then.
Do you drink or anything in front of your parents?
no. Absolutely
Ooh,
not.
wow.
Toba.
Do you?
No. Are you kidding me? I'm a virgin, bitch. Virgin. VIRGIN. Virgin.
Man, Muslim households are different.
Oh, for sure.
You guys had so much fun, man.
It took, I was scared of doing that. And then, like, it was at my Caltech graduation, like my undergrad graduation, that, like, we all went out to dinner and my parents were like, have some alcohol with us. And I was like, I'm scared.
Oh my god.
And then I had some, and then, like, we made my mom try sake, and she hated it. She was like, "Meh." But after that, I drank in front of them, and it was fine. But it took until I was, like, 22 to be, like, okay with it.
Wow.
22, 23.
Yeah, my parents don't know. I don't necessarily. I don't know. It just depends.
What do you mean?
Now I'm
depends
getting
whether
all
they know.
paranoid. They listen or not.
You've already said too much shit
Yeah,
on this
exactly.
podcast.
I've had a complicated relationship with alcohol. Sometimes.
Yeah. I get it. I drank way too much this week.
Yeah.
Every night this last weekend, it was too much.
It's these
Same,
fucking
same.
shows that like where there's so much alcohol like at shows.
It was a weekend getaway.
Oh.
And it was parties every night.
Oh.
And it was also Halloween, like one of the nights. So.
Where'd you get away to?
New Orleans. I want to
Oh,
shout out.
shit.
It's the weekend soiree. It's like, it was so dope. It was a weekend for queer women of color. I got to perform. And my friend Ketchy, who we met in Houston, she like let me crash at her place a couple of nights. And it was just so, it was the second year they've done it. And it's so beautiful. Like, it was mostly black women, but it was like all women of color. A few white women that I pointed out during my set in a fun way. I called them affirmative action. All right.
Funny.
But it was like so fun. There were so many workshops and everybody brought something that they were working on, like their
Yeah.
business, their exercise things, like New Orleans culture, like food. There was like cooking classes and there were parties and everything. And it was just like so fucking dope and wonderful to see so many women. And it also like was interesting to look at the range of like masculinity and to femininity and like being there. I was like, wow, we really don't need men. Like we like truly
Yeah.
are so free without them. Like it
Yeah,
was
man.
so great.
Yeah.
People
I
forget
loved
the
it.
power of bumping coochies. Like they just don't know. They don't know.
Just even like looking at like how everybody embodied themselves and
Yeah.
like stood in their own power. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's like even when my dad like goes on, I don't know, like a business trip or something for like a weekend or something. There's like something that just lifts from the house. Like there's some kind of relief when
Yeah.
he's gone. It's just like
That's how I relate a lot to that. And my dad actually described that as his experience, but like, like times way more.
Yeah.
With
With
like
his dad.
When
Yeah.
he leaves,
when his own father
Oh.
would leave in there, like his dad would come home at 8 p.m., lights off, everyone go to sleep, no one say a word.
Yeah.
Like you get slapped.
yeah.
You
Do
get
you-
whooped.
That
Was
man
your-
at a house complex. Yeah.
is that big in your house, or how's your relationship with your mom?
My relationship with my mom is kind of rocky just because of like, I guess like societal pressures mostly. Like my mom, honestly, like I love her to death, and like I'll, we're fine. Other than outside of what she wants because of society, like getting me married and things like that. Like she's dope. Like I love hanging out with her, and like there are things that we butt heads on a lot, just because like she's homophobic and racist and stuff like that. But like outside of that, like stuff, she's great to hang out with, and like I have fun with her.
Have you tried, like, what happens when you bring up, like, the tough subjects or whatever? Does she, like, shut down or does she get mad?
She listens. She does listen.
That's good.
She'll, like, listen, and, like, because, like, everything in, I guess, like, you can explain away everything in Islam, too, because you could just be like, listen, like, we have no right being, racist and stuff. Like, look at what it says, and, like, look at what Prophet Muhammad said or some shit like that. Like, so, like, once you bring it to, like, Islam, she'll, like, calm down and listen.
Okay.
But all other times, it's like, I don't give a shit.
It's like
I'm not gonna be,
Well, it's like when the basis of your belief system, it's fragile. Like if you take this sort of religion, this dogma as like, okay, this is the truth.
Yeah.
It's easily questioned.
Yeah.
And like that can sort of topple over your entire like universe. So I can see like how, because I feel like my parents might hold on to sort of that as well, and their generation, like like they don't want to question or challenge it. Like this works for them.
So you have to like shove it into Islam for her to like see it as a part of her life.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think that like my parents particularly, they hang to Islam so much. They clutch to it so much because I have a brother who has disabilities and has mental illness. He has cerebral palsy, and for them, it's like like religion is a big part of their lives, because we almost lost my brother, and that like the doctors and everything said that him surviving was a miracle, and for them, like Islam was a big part of that. So
I mean, I'm not knocking like religion for sure.
Yeah.
And not saying that you're saying I'm even knocking it.
No,
I think there's definitely power in spirituality,
Right.
and I think you can access that different ways, and that was like our parents' introduction to that.
Yeah.
So that's their window,
Yeah.
And I've always been like, I don't need to just look through one window, like, but
Right.
like that's sort of where they're at.
Yeah.
They're like, we're good here.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I think that that's also one of the reasons why, like, I don't want to introduce, like, comedy and things like that and, like, filmmaking and stuff like that to their lives. Like, they do support what I do. Like, I can tell that they have support for me, but they don't want, like, part of them also doesn't want all the intricate details of what I do, because it is, like, that's because I feel like they've been, like, handed, horrible cards all throughout life, and I was just like, for them, a kid doing comedy and like filmmaking, and there's so much instability, and all they want is stability for their kids.
So what do they think you do?
They think that I do. They know that I do filmmaking. They do know that. They know that I work in video production and things like that. So that part is fine, but they don't really know about the stand up so much.
Okay.
To being a performer, I get that, because like I thought I was like trying to sort of deny that part of myself by like like, oh, I don't maybe performing's not my thing. I just want to like write and direct or whatever, because I thought that was more palatable for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, so I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you get to a place where like it's like I got to do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just feels like, being on camera feels like indulgent. And also it's just like they sort of think like, well, because sex is so considered so dirty in a lot, like culturally, that like instantly it's like, well, do you have to, how much of your body do you have to show? What are you going to say? Is it going to be sexual?
Yeah.
I don't know. These are sort of like the voices that pop up in my head, like,
I only submit to casting calls where I have to show my titties.
Hell yeah.
Been rejected from everyone.
Lots of HBO.
They're like, we're going to change the role to cover up those titties.
Oh my god. No, they just want white titties.
Oh.
He just shows up, tits out.
I'm like,
to the
is this a
audition.
casting call? They're like, ma'am, this is an Arby's. I don't know. I'm like, fuck. I have the meats.
They're just like giving you horsey sauce.
Did you just say, Paul just went gross.
You're right. Arby's is gross.
Thank you.
I mean, it doesn't taste gross, but it is gross.
Okay.
It is gross, but it doesn't taste. You just close your eyes.
You just close your eyes.
Just like sensitive.
Why even go to an Arby's then?
The horseradish. The
The
horseradish
thrill.
clears up your
There's definitely a
sinuses.
Burger King.
Oh, but you act like Burger King's the end all
Yo,
be all.
they
thing.
got
I
a dope
hate
ass.
Burger
They got
King.
a dope ass
I'm just saying.
veggie patty and that Hershey pie.
Yo,
though.
okay, so I started getting that veggie patty after you introduced me to it.
Yeah.
They gave it to me and it was like still like they didn't fully thaw it out. Like it was still cold.
That's never
in the
happened to
middle.
me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, is
But
it
I
the
love that Hershey
Impossible
pie.
Burger?
No.
Or-
Before there was Impossible Burger, when I was a kid, Burger King was the only. Burger King and Subway had veggie patties. McDonald's did not.
Right, yeah.
So like, I would always go to Burger King and get me
Yeah.
a veggie patty.
Subway had veggie patties.
Yeah.
Too. I like those.
Yeah.
So
Are you you're vegetarian?
No,
Oh, okay.
So you're like, no.
I'm Muslim.
Yeah, I know.
Are not many Muslims vegetarian?
Most aren't.
Oh, interesting.
It's because, like, part of the a ritual in Hajj is the sacrifice of
Yeah.
the is it goat or
Is it
lamb?
goat?
Yeah, thanks.
Or some kind of,
Did you
some
win?
kind of animal.
Yeah, I did, but I don't love I love
Yeah.
animals. I
Yeah.
love goats. You know, like, is there something else? But I think the meat was all like
What if it was
given
a
to
sheep?
charity. I just for me, it's just like I don't
Are you
find it
vegetarian?
necessary. No, but I wouldn't. I if I could find a way to be vegetarian
yeah.
and like not pass out, I would. I just I'm not. That's not my strong suit. Like cooking and all that shit, feeding
Yeah, yeah,
myself.
yeah.
It's like I'm working on it.
Right, I was about to say,
just
we
be
had
like
a
me and eat
cheeseburger.
trash.
Girl,
I'm
I
vegetarian.
can't,
I just
man.
eat trash, and that keeps me alive.
Just junk food.
Just candy, chips. That's vegetarian.
But like, what about like the the candies that have like gelatin in it?
Okay, first of all, those ones you can avoid, and second of all, you can also avoid the rest of them by not looking at the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
So
You're trying to get too much info.
there you go. Ignorance
too
is
much
bliss,
info.
baby.
Oh, yeah, because we can't because
There
there's
are
pork
some, yeah.
in gelatin. So like Muslims are
Yeah.
technically
yeah, and
in
then I have
some-
cousins who
but
will
also
tell me, and I'm like,
circles-
shut up! Don't give me this information. Starburst forever.
ignorance is a bliss.
There's also shut up. There's also the people say some of the sugar is cut with animal meat, but that's not true. Like a lot of microbial stuff is producing shit now. So now I just assume that it's the microbes.
Oh yeah, you don't want to.
Because it's
You don't
also
know too
more
much.
cost effective, I think, for companies. So I assume they do whatever's in their best interest.
I don't know. I just eat for survival at this point. It's like if there's gelatin,
Welcome to
fucking
LA.
whatever. It's like, all right, this is what we're doing.
This is you hunting.
Yeah, seriously. It truly is. It truly is. Like me in a 7-Eleven. Just crawling on the floor towards a fucking egg salad sandwich.
Oh, gross! Not in 7-Eleven. Do you
In
have
a
this?
Whole Foods.
There we go. Oh yeah, you
But,
did.
like,
You did
ducking
say
be-
you were going to Whole Foods the other night, or Trader Joe's. That's what you said.
TJ's.
Yo, can we get a sponsorship?
Yeah, but that would be
From, like,
lovely to get a
name, like,
corporate
12 different
sponsorship.
Shut up! I'm not talking about those specifically. I mean, literally anybody sponsor us.
Yeah, hey, can someone
Please.
give us some money and support,
Yo,
inner
we
support?
need money for this
maybe you guys should
podcast.
send
We're
an
not
email.
kidding.
Yo, support too, supports. Ooh, I want to shout out our Patreon folks.
Wait, I want to do reviews.
And reviews.
This
Yeah.
is very off the cuff.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it,
We
right?
don't give a shit.
Fuck it.
I try to get all my cousins to
Follow
review it,
facial
and they
recognition.
thank you. And they couldn't my cousins couldn't subscribe because they were in India, and it says explicit content.
Wait, so is it
On our
just
podcast.
their platform? Because I feel like
I
I
don't
know
know.
someone in I think in Bengal that that can listen to it.
In
I don't
West
know.
Bengal? That's India. Or in Bangladesh. What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's somewhere in South
got her.
Asia, and he's annoying.
You got this, bitch. You asked one
No, I'm just
question.
kidding.
You're trying to be an investigative reporter.
I don't know. I was trying to help her.
I know.
Let's see.
You want? Oh, woo woo. Okay, 7 superstar SE7, like lucky number 11, where they have the 7 in the thing. It's SE7EN dash superstar said, awesome stuff, love it. Emoji. Can't wait to see you on Netflix
What
soon.
emoji? You just said emoji.
I said emoji. We're moving on, bitch. It's too good. Too good. But it was a white emoji, so I assume that accent is inaccurate.
Oh shit!
Super cool 346 said, amazing. Everyone should be listening to this podcast. Love all you hilarious ladies and your guests emoji.
What are the emojis?
You'll never find out. There's no way to know.
Damn, man.
There's no way to find out.
You guys should comment with which emoji you think it is.
Ooh, that's a good way to get people there.
Yeah.
That's a little bait. A little bait and bait.
Give
A
us
little bait and review.
comment this episode with the emojis you think.
And I will describe them as emoji.
And the winner said
Emoji.
Yeah.
Emoji.
Yeah.
Wow, that truly was emoji of their emoji. Well, and then Umi Om, we posted hers, but she had a really
was dope.
long, really nice comment.
Yeah, really heartfelt. I loved it.
Really sweet. Seattle comic.
I love these. Hell yeah, brown people represent.
You guys are killing it. Much love to you all.
Brown people represent. So Kutti gang. Kutti gang. Come back to
gang.
Kutti
First
gang.
of all,
Gang, yeah.
what's
Gang,
what's
gang.
with all this gang violence? I thought you were supposed to be Kutti.
So for our listeners, what is
Wait, so you're South Indian, right?
half South, half North?
South.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I always identify strongly with the South because my family mostly lived there. Like everybody
yeah.
was in Chennai, and also I hate colorism. So I'm just fuck this. I'm militant South, and it's also the fewer people in my family are South Indian because they married in. My mom's family is very large, and she's North Indian.
Oh, okay.
So it's fewer. I'm holding on to scraps, you guys.
I like that. I've always found South Indian people to be cool.
Hey.
So, are you North
Tight.
Indian?
I'm half Gujarati, and my mom was born in UP, but grew up in New Delhi. But my dad grew up in Bombay. I don't give a shit. I don't know. Should I do ancestry?
It's all the same thing.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
This
man.
has come to that point.
I'm well, yeah, I'm Perrier.
It's when you get
At this
old and you
point.
don't know your age anymore. When you, it's
I know.
I
You
don't know.
just stop registering it.
53.
Dude, none of my
80.
aunts have 2 birthdays and shit. There's
Yeah,
no
because they-
Record keeping was
yeah.
horrible. So with both my parents' dates are not their written dates different from their actual dates. So my dad's is a year off because in India they wanted to get him into school early. So they just said he was a year older than he was.
How many ties do you have to get him? It was exactly 1 year apart, or does he have multiple birthdays, or is it 1 year apart?
No,
Exactly?
just 1 year apart. So now
Okay,
his
so it's
birthday.
fine.
So his legal birthday is actually before he was actually born.
Do you
And my
throw
mom-
him a 50th on his actual 50th, or a written? 50th?
It's the same date.
But I mean, a year later, or no?
He legally he is whatever he is, but we just go
But
by
at
his actual
home.
birthday. Yeah, of course he's gonna go with his younger birthday because he's younger than his legal birthday.
Mm.
But he can now
Okay.
qualify for AARP or whatever the fuck he wants to
Oh
beforehand.
shit! You're blowing up your dad's spot. The AARP is
Oh,
gonna
you could be
come
AARP if you're 45.
It's gonna be a real slow
We could
chase.
I could be an AARP.
It's gonna be a
just-
real slow chase, but they're gonna get him.
No, they're rebranding now, to include younger people, like our
For
gen.
life insurance?
No, AARP is American.
Association of Retired Persons.
Yeah, it's for
Oh, right.
right.
You get you used to get discounts at Denny's if
Paul?
you're I'm a member of AARP. But this was a different era. You're yeah, you might this is
No, I got AARP mail once I, for some reason, graduated school. I was like, am I dead?
Goddamn.
What happened?
God damn. Oh my
You
god.
open it, it just says "get married." You're like, "What the fuck?" My parents got to them too.
And my mom's date's off by a day because my dad, when he was doing her paperwork, I think put the
Oh.
wrong day. So it was like supposed to be like the 18th.
Wow.
Or it's supposed to be the 17th, but he put the 18th.
How did he make that up to her? He's like, I forgot your birthday legally.
They met twice.
Oh, they met twice.
No, I don't know how many times they met, but like they didn't know each other that well at that point. You know, it's just
But
like
does she every
I'm doing my
time
best,
she like
bitch.
every time
You're
she
an
like
American.
goes
You're an American. I got you citizenship.
You're welcome.
every time she like goes to pull out her ID, she's like she's like waiting.
God.
She's like, I never get flowers anymore.
Oh, you don't know my mom. Oh shit. No, there's a lot. There's a lot. That's one resentment, but that resentment's way buried down. I'm sure there's way more recent shit
Right.
that she can complain about.
Damn.
At this point.
At least it's recent.
They love each other.
That's
you know,
good.
well,
Do they
their
really?
understanding of love.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Whatever they think love is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's all of us, right?
Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah.
No, you get yourself out of that one. That's so sad. I had to transition from fucking Kesha. You do this one.
Sing Kesha, man. Oh yeah, Kesha. That was the ghost shit. I never read that story.
I think she just claimed it, and I was like, "This bitch is wild."
This was like a tweet, or this was like a
I think
hey,
she said it in like interviews.
a
or something. I
2-page
can't
spread
remember.
in People. A 2-page spread your legs to ghosts
technically-
and People.
It technically was like a 1-page spread for her and one for
Yeah.
the ghost, but you couldn't see.
They were scissoring.
Oh God.
Interdimensional. That's what I don't know. I don't know what ghost sex is like, but I'm open.
Hey,
No, I shouldn't
to
say
all
that.
our
I
ghost
shouldn't say
listeners
that. No,
out
boundaries.
there. Boundaries. Gonna try to get it.
Boundaries.
Slide into her DM.
No,
she
man,
won't ever
yeah.
see the message.
They're just hanging in the filters. No, man, I that is not
She just gets like
invitation,
blank
man.
DMs. She's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Why can't I
dot.
read any of this?
I
Yeah,
just keep getting ...
it's like a ruler next to nothing, and you're like, "I assume it's good." Wait, that was like an Adam Sandler thing, Ghost Dick or something. Do you remember this?
What's
in
the
his
ghost
special?
dick?
I don't. It was from his special, but now I'm like flashing back to it. How do we get to Adam Sandler's Ghost Dick?
You're gonna,
All right, I think we should wrap up this episode.
are we
Oh,
okay?
man.
But we're gonna do a 2-parter, so we will see you
Dude.
soon.
We'll see you in a week. Yeah, in a week. Every 7 days. Every
we
Tuesday.
are facial recognition comedy.
We sure are.
Facial recognition comedy on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Facial rec comedy on Twitter.
Tell them.
Our next show is November 10th
Flex.
at 10 p.m. this time, not
at
at
10
9 p.m.
Because
That's
we're
next
big
week.
girls now.
Yeah, well, just
Yeah,
for November.
Why is the New York show at 11:30 p.m.?
Because we're big girls. We're fucking
New
big.
York.
Yeah, speaking of New York, December 20th. Thank you so much.
Hey.
We're back in New York, December 20th, New York Comedy Club, the usual Gramercy location, 11:30 p.m.
Out there.
Give them your socials.
Security number.
Well, okay.
Sleep number. Everything.
All right, my IG and Twitter is at damnzoob.
Spell
That's
it.
DAMNZOOB.
Damn Zoob.
Gotta spell it for our
And
white
her-
listeners.
her
Shout out to
sister
our white
is-
listeners.
And
We love y'all. We love all y'all.
ENIGMAYRA.
Yes, please go follow my sister. She's dope.
Yep.
Maybe go follow her on Instagram though. I actually don't do that. She's young.
Wait,
How
just
young
follow
is
her-
she?
Just follow her on Twitter.
Yeah,
Jesus
just follow her
Christ.
on Twitter.
We're all like, how old is she?
She's
We're
in
all putting our
college.
shit
She's
out.
20.
We're
Oh, so
protected.
she's
Baby.
what so she's legal. What were we talking about? The age of consent?
Oh, Jesus Christ. She is not, to all you listeners, she is not legal.
She's not legal.
I mean, you know,
Illegal. Lay off.
Don't look at her.
Don't even touch her. Don't look at her.
Don't touch her with your eyes.
Go to her Twitter, follow her, and then never do anything.
this is, yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't even tweet.
Zara, who we don't think is showing up, is really Zara, Zahra. I'm Paula Vigadalin, PallaViGunalan. I have a Funny or Die thing that's happening every Monday. Check it out. Funny or Die, and then Fizza.
Whoop whoop! I'm Fizza Dasani at Fizza Dasani, FizzaDasani.com, FIZADOSANI.
See you next episode.
Yeah, do you want to like close out with something?
Yeah. Last thoughts on this episode. Good luck.
Oh shit.
Why are you being so negative?
Me? I said good luck.
Yeah, but like in a negative way.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
hope you all have a bad night.
Oh shit.
Nah, man.
Oh.
Damn, Zoop.
Damn, Zoom.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
So what does Kutti gang mean?
Wait, let's finish
Wow,
this.
let's do the next episode, right? For Kutti Gang.
Well, I just want them to know what Kutti means. I
Okay,
feel like
okay,
it's fun.
So Kutti means bitch.
See,
But it also, like, for South Indians, it means something else, right? It means like
Kutti is like
Kutti is like baby.
it's a
or
cute thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Sweetie,
Yeah.
Kutti. That's what I thought.
So if our parents ask, it's Kutti.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kutti. Kuttia. Kuttia.
But for everyone else, it means bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Gang gang.